So I have this drawer and it's full of all my goodies, sweets, all that good stuff. But anyway, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. Thank you very much for taking time out to watch me do what I do. Today has been a struggle trying to get this video started. So hard. I went and pressed the wrong button on the camera and decided to, you know, flip on the girl. Not today. Good thing is that I've actually prepped everything that I actually need in front of me down here. So we're going to get on with the video. I'd like to say thank you very much to my subscribers. Thank you very much for coming back. Thank you very much for all your love and support. And to my new subbies, yes, I'm talking to you. You that just clicked on this video because thinking, what's going on here? I'd like to see what she's about to serve. Okay, get a bit cheesy now. Yes, to my new subbies, welcome to the family. Yes, welcome. Thank you very much for stopping by and I hope you won't be a stranger. Today I will be in my previous video I tested or reviewed or first impressions, that's it, first impressions of the Giorgio Armani foundation, which was absolutely stunning. Check the video out. I'll probably like put a card up here or here. I did review some other new products that are new to me and to my channel. I was thinking of having like a nice kind of like glowing moment. I'm thinking not too much powders, but I don't know how possible that is. The highlight of today is actually the Patrick Ta palette. Yes, dig in the rose gold. Oh my gosh, I love the outer packaging. I know I've mentioned in a previous video the outer packaging doesn't really make any difference to what the actual product is giving or serving, but when you do get a good nice outer packaging, you kind of feel like it's nice, you know what I mean, because you're gonna end up throwing it away anyway. I don't keep any of my packaging, just adds more clutter to the clutter that I have. Very reflective, so let's just try and not blind you guys. But anyway, this is the Patrick Ta palette. Lovely gold outer like packaging. It will get a bit messy and stuff once you start using your fingers to kind of like hold it and stuff like that, so it is what it is. I mean, what can you do? Not hold the palette? Does that even make sense? Here's the palette. Again, we have the rose gold aesthetic packaging inside. Here are the wonderful colors. You can see I've actually dipped into this one. This is the door where you can actually access the cream base products. So this is like more of a light, cool tone brown, whereas this is a deeper, warm tone brown. And we have the deeper colors, which then obviously graduate to lighter colors. Here we have your pressed pigments and your shimmers. Very nice, very beautiful, elegant palette. Can't wait to show you guys how I use it, because I've actually used it before. It's just that I didn't use it on camera. That is the highlight of today's video. I would love to say that Patrick Ta will sponsor that part of the video, but obviously he's not, because he doesn't even know me. He doesn't know I bought his palette. It is what it is. The reason why it's actually reviewing this time is because when I did want to go and get it on Cult Beauty, it was sold out. I did put my notification on. I was checking every day. It says join the wait list, join the wait list. So eventually, one gracious morning, I decided to go on Cult Beauty again and found out that it was in stock, and I bought that bad boy straight away. Just to let you know, the shade colors are actually on the back of the palette, so they're not actually in the palette, so it's gonna be quite a, you know, ish. I'm just gonna point to colors when I'm actually using the palette. I wanted to show you what it looks like on a dark skinned girl like me. I have done my moisturization. As you can see, I've prepped my brows already, so I'm just going to go into this Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum Crystal Elixir. I'm just going to use a bit of this just to moisturize the face. I did it this morning, and obviously I just want to top it up. There's no harm in top it up, right? So that's in the skin. And I'm gonna go into this One Size Secure the Blur Makeup Magic Primer. This is from the One Size Beauty range by Patrick Ta. Patrick Ta? Yeah. I have not used it on my channel, but I have used it off camera. And it's just to add a bit of blurification in the areas where I have large pores. It's so hard to actually squeeze this thing, because you don't squeeze too much that everything just kind of like into your face. Just takes forever to come out. I'm just going to focus this on the center of my face so that we can get a nice kind of like blurred base. So yeah, as I said, we're just going to have a kind of like, you know, glowy moment. Just having a nice glow. I don't know if you guys know where I'm coming from. So what we're going to do is now go into my, I haven't used it in ages, I try to stay away from it, but my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter in the shade Deep 8. So this is going to go all over the face because we want a lovely kind of like glow. And I'm not gonna go too heavy with the foundation, but we'll see, we'll see. So I'm just gonna start to blend it into the skin. I don't know why I'm doing base before my eyes, but let's just stop there because I feel like I'm gonna need to... We're going into eyes. Okay, so the eyes are prepped. I don't know where I was going or who I thought I was. Okay, so all zoomed in, and this is a palette. We're gonna be using this. Door doesn't want to stay closed. Let's go into an all over kind of like crease color. So I'm gonna grab my fluffy brush and we're gonna go into, what shade are we gonna go into? We're gonna go into, so it's like a cream tone, kind of like almost taupe. No, it's like a cream color. So it's just gonna go, oh, no, let's not use that one. It's too bright. We're gonna go into this one here. Very smooth palette, very easy to use, very blendable. Okay, so we can see that color coming in. So it's just gonna go on the crease, in the crease, all over. So when we're done with that color, we're now gonna go into this kind of like brick kind of color. Very nice, very subtle, deep enough just to kind of like get in this area here. I don't know if you guys can see the difference. That lighting is better, but this color is really nice. It just kind of like, it just sits nicely on top of that color. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like literally open my eyes and just like focus it on this high area here, so that when I do open my eyes you can still see the color. So we're just kind of like not going in where my crease stops, but going above it because I have hooded eyes. Let's kind of like blend that in and just more so focusing it on this bottom part here so that we can get that nice smokiness in this area. So the reason why I'm using this brush here is so that we can pack the color on and like buff it in at the same time, because it's much more denser than the one I used for that first color. So as you can see, we have the nice kind of light to gradually getting dark kind of situation. Sound all professional and stuff. What? So we now have both eyes to where we want them. We're gonna grab another brush now, and this is a more pointier, fluffy brush that we're gonna use to pack on a deeper color, which is the darkest color, which is this one here. We're gonna hit this color here, and we're gonna just literally focus it in this corner here, and we're just gonna make sure we get into that crease. So what we're trying to do is create a nice gradient from light to dark. And the thing is, yeah, in the pan it does look like it's light. These colors, especially these three here, look like they're light and would give pigment, but they do. This palette actually retails for £58, I want to say. Is on the expensive side, but I think you get your money's worth. What I did do last time was actually go into this one right here, and it's very nice. It kind of reminds me of Juvia's Place. I think it's a Nubian palette or something, and it has this very nice cream kind of like beige color that has like a pearlescent like shift to it, and I think that's really, really beautiful. What I want to do, just to make it a bit tacky, not small but like a little fluffy brush, and I'm gonna grab my concealer from Tarte, and we're just gonna go into that corner. So we're not gonna actually do a cut crease, but we're just gonna lightly get some product onto that brush, and I'm gonna tap this on here just to remove the excess product and just go in. So what I'm doing is creating a base for that light color, and by using a fluffy brush I'm not really getting a precise cut crease, but just a nice area where it's kind of blending into what we've actually created, the blend we've actually created. Get a fluffy flat brush, pick some of that pigment, which is that one there. Start packing that on. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, it's like a peach. I didn't realize it was a peach. It's very subtle though. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna further intensify, well, try and intensify the colors, and then get back to you and we continue on with the base. So I'm back, and as you can see, I have done my blendation just a bit more. If you see a difference, please let me know. And I've also gone into liquid liners. If you'd like to see what I used to achieve these situations going on here, check my previous video, or I'll put a card up somewhere here. Now we're gonna go into the face, okay? As you've seen in the previous part of this video, I used the Charlotte Tilbury as a base, sort of. It's kind of settled now. Now I'm gonna go into Nars. Yes, this is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Mali. So I've had an issue with getting my color wrong with this one. I've tried New Caledonia, I've tried Namibia, and it just don't work. I then did try the Mali in the soft matte foundation from Nars, and it seemed to work out fine in regards to the untone, and the color suits me basically. Oh, there we go. And you guys will see that the color suits me to a T. Yes, honey. I just love this foundation. So as I said, we're going for a glowy, nice kind of like natural finish look. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend this into the skin and get back to you when that is done. See, I've started off with a concealer already, and I'm using the shade Black Pearl T1. So I thought I just needed a bit more, you know, of a base. So I'm just gonna blend this out, and I've allowed it to sit for a bit while I had a Snicker bar. So that's kind of created a nice kind of base for the concealer I want to go into now. I purchased 2 concealers from Nars. These are the minis. These are the Radiant Creamy concealers. This is in the shade Armani, and this is the shade Walnut. Okay, so I'm going to go into Armani first. I've never used these before, hence why I did buy the smaller ones, just to kind of see if I'm feeling the consistency and the finish of these concealers. They have been raved about for a very long time, and I just haven't brought myself to actually purchase it. So I thought, you know what, let's get a mini and see what it do. So at the moment, this is almost looking close to the shade that I just laid with the Uoma, which is not too bad. I thought it would be a bit lighter than this. So far, so good. Okay, it's blending out nice. This is not too bad, and it has a very nice finish, I must say. I'm just gonna bring that down just slightly. Whatever's left on a brush. But I'm liking it. It's not lifting as I've used the brush. So that is that. So what I want to do is just slightly in the middle, in the center. Actually, let's see if this is any lighter. No, it's just a bit more yellow than the Armani color. But you know, I like a bright under eye, so I might need to get a lighter one. But so far, I'm liking the consistency. I'm liking the finish of this concealer. It's really nice. So I don't know if we're glowing right now, but I feel like the base is really nice. It's not too matte. So now we're gonna go into blush. I have 3, and I don't know which one I'm gonna go with. So this is a Super Dewy liquid blush from Revolution, and it's in the shade Blush Me Up. These 2 from NYX Professional Makeup. This one is in the shade Showgirl, and this one is the shade Bombshell. So I think I might go into this one right here, because this one's a bit too pink, a bit too rosy for what we want to achieve today, I think. So we're gonna go into this one here, and this is the shade. I'm just so into like liquid blushes right now. Okay, this is a bit red. Is it red? Why is it red? Oh yeah, and I chose the shade Bombshell. I'm just gonna blend that in. Just drag it down a bit, because I think I went a bit too far up. Just gonna bring it to the temples as well, so I get like a nice flush. I just love it. It's just so nice. So now I'm gonna go into my Saie bronzer. This is in the shade Dark Bronze. So I'm just gonna go in. I think it dries down matte. It's a cream bronzer anyway. So I'm just gonna use that to bronze the face. I am gonna use a powder to actually set this. That powder has like a soft sheen to it. So I think that's enough. You really can't see it, but I think that it does something, but to each its own. So I'm gonna jump into my Vive bronzer, and this is in a shade, well, Deep 1 and Deep 2. I realized that I've been doing it wrong. This is actually Deep 1 and this is actually Deep 2. So the lightest one, which is more kind of like a warm brown, is Deep 1, and this shade here where you get that kind of purple hue but deeper and cool is Deep 2. And I'm gonna go into Deep 1. Start here, start off small, and just work this into the skin. So as I said before, we don't have any powders on the face. This is going into my tacky foundation slash bronzer situation right now. So this technique, it just kind of like allows you to work with your bronzer and kind of have it sit, like settle into the base rather than on top of the base, if that makes sense. And I'm still using the lighter one so that we can just get a nice kind of like bronzed look. So I'm just going to go into the deeper one, which is this one here, and work this in just bit by bit, just gradually building that bronzer up. I wish I could just like go out like this, but I know I can't. So I'm just gonna go into the sides of my nose with that same bronzer brush with no excess product. Whatever's left on the brush is what I'm putting on the nose. So now we're gonna go into the VIEVE Skin Dew Glow Multitasker. So I have used this before when I did use a full face of VIEVE products. I'll tag or put a tag a card up here so that you can actually go and watch that video. What I'm gonna do now, because my face hasn't been powdered, I feel like it's gonna go on slightly better than it did before. Watching that video back, it kind of lifted just slightly and had like a glaze to it. Yeah, so we have the glow. I just need to work a bit more with that. Clearly I'm not doing it right. We are going to go into powders. I use my Laura Mercier translucent powder to set under my eyes and just lightly go over the other areas of my face, and I'll be right back. I'm back. I just decided to go in with my lashes, just put a bit of shadow on the bottom line situation. I'm still going to do my mascara, so that's why it's a bit bare. But I did go into the powder, but as you can see, I still have a nice kind of like glow with the bronzer, the blusher and stuff like that. I'm not going to go into a powder blusher, so I think that's just enough. That's why I went in with the translucent powder, just so that the color of that blusher can still peek through the powder. Trust me, I kid you not, I went into very small powder. Ooh, what is that? Fallout. Just to make sure that I'm not over dousing and just wanting to have that natural radiant glow. So when I do set my face, you will see that there's not a lot of cakeage. And I'm going to go into my highlight. Okay, so I had my little slight accident there. I don't know if you just saw that last footage where I went kind of left. Anyway, so as I said, I'm going in with my VIEVE highlighter, but this is in the shade Riches. Just lightly, just to kind of bring back that Nova Glow highlighter. So as I said, we're going for a more of a glowy kind of look today. So this highlighter is actually doing what it needs to do in regards to this look. Now we're going to go into the lip. Oh, just for reference, I did use the Isla London x the Plastic Boy collaboration, and the the eyelashes I am using is in Snatched, which is full and wispy, and I really love these. I wore them for the first time yesterday, and I bought me an extra 2. Okay, so shout out to the Plastic Boy. I actually love watching his channel. Love these lashes. I also have the Bad and Bougies, but this is just nice for that subtle glam, and we keep it moving. Okay, yes. So now into the lips. Okay, so I've used this in my previous video, the NYX Epic Wear Liner Sticks, and this is the shade Deepest Brown, and it's more of a very dark brown that almost looks black. But what I like to do is use it to contour my lips. So I'm gonna go into the parts here. As you can see, it's very dark, almost black, and just a bit of the corner. Just rub that together. But you can see how dark that is. So I don't know if the Huda Beauty lip liner, or lip contour 2.0 Rich Brown will actually kind of like bring more warmth, because the last time I used this, I used the P. Louise Standards lip liner. So let's just use this. Yeah, this is okay. I just think it's a really nice technique in order to kind of like play around, kind of get the liner you want. There's no harm in actually mixing liners together to actually get the tone that you want for your line, if that makes sense. Have I used this on my channel? No, I don't think I have. I'm gonna use an oldie but goodie. So this is the Juvia's Place matte lipstick in the shade Sheet, and it's a very nice kind of like almost pink mauve kind of color. Oh, it's so creamy. The annoying thing is, I don't think it goes with the look, but we are here. Okay, I'm gonna go in. Should I go in with it? I'm thinking of going in with either Fenty Glow or the Mauve Wives. Mauve Wives will definitely throw it off, so just go in Fenty Glow. Let's just see. Ooh. So I'm gonna go into this Luminous setting spray from Morphe. I thought it would just make sense to kind of bring some luminosity back into the face at the same time of setting it. And I haven't used this in a while. So I used quite a bit of that. See, the face is now wet. It is setting. Setting spray has actually almost dried down, but look at the glow. It's just like, it's really nice. I love, love, love this look. And the lip goes down, so yeah. This is the finished look. Setting spray has now settled into the face. What you're seeing is not wetness, it's actual glow. I'm so into this right now. I like it a lot. Now, as I mentioned, the style of the show was the Patrick Tar palette, and I absolutely love it. The eye look itself is really nice. It's subtle, it's glam. It's, you know, it's sophisticated. The look that I've gone for is almost rose goldy, if that makes sense. It's giving me very sophisticated vibe. The colors in this palette are just absolutely just beautiful. What you see is what you get, and I'm telling you, the camera is not paying this any justice. This little flap keeps opening, it's really annoying. The colors are really nice. As I said, in person, these two colors are pretty deep and they actually very pigmented. Once you set your lids with concealer and powder and stuff like that and you place these colors on, they actually do show up. They just look a bit lighter in the pan. If you take your time to blend these in, it really will work. Okay, so in this palette we have luminous creams, iridescent metallics, glistening pearls and velvet mattes in a single versatile palette where alone or layer, blend and contour to create the most multi-dimensional looks to go from day to night. Absolutely beautiful. What do you guys think? Please let me know in the comment section below. This is the end of this video, finally. Don't forget to like and subscribe, new subbies. Also hit that bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. You need to join this family. Join this family on this journey of makeupism because we're doing bits over here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for staying to the end and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye guys.